Hey everyone, what's up? It's TheUnproPro here. Alright, now this episode might be slightly longer than the other ones because I'm going to be making different types of events. First, we're going to make a chest, and then we're going to make a person. And then, yeah. So let's get on started with it. Double click while you're on the event layer, or right click, create new, as I explained in the last episode. Excuse me. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create two pages. So we have two tabs. On the first tab, we're gonna find the treasure chest graphic, which should be right here. I'm gonna use this one, but first I need to check something. Okay, left, right, up. This is important. See how the character goes down, left, right, up? That's going to be your opening animation. So I'm gonna click cancel. Down, left, right, up is your opening animation. So on your second tab, we're gonna find the treasure chest graphic again. Where is it? There you are. And we're gonna select the open one. And also, we're going to check the box that says cell switch. And we're going to say A. Now go back to tab 1. Make sure it's on action button. And direction fix is checked. We're going to go, okay, to get here, you right click, press insert, or you can click here and press enter, or you can double click, which is what I usually do. Go to tab 2 on the event commands, and we're going to do set move route. I will be explaining what everything does after I make these events. That's why I'm saying like this episode is going to be quite long. But I'd rather do this first so I can show you, so you can get a feel of how events work before I start confusing you on everything at once. I thought that might be a good idea to do. So on this event, make sure it's set to this event on the set move route, which is up here. Repeat action, it will repeat over and over again. You don't want to do that. Skip if cannot move is important because if you're having an event like that moves and you also have another event that randomly walks, it'll skip the certain move types that it can't do. And I think I seen a fly after my coffee. Hang on. Luckily it didn't land in it. Thank goodness. Like I don't know what it is, but like whenever I get coffee, like something goes after it. Like, man, I don't know. Anyway, so skip it cannot move. Wait for completion. If you want to, okay, actually, I'll explain this better in the future. But say, how can I explain? Okay, say if you want two events to walk at the same time. On the first event that's walking, you would uncheck the wait for completion. This means it's going to wait until the entire moveset is done. I don't know why I was like making circles with my fingers there. Anyways, anyway, so it's going to wait until everything in this is done. That's what that is for. So you would uncheck it for the first one and you'd check it for the second one. Anyways, so let's get back to the chest. What we're going to do is we are going to do left. We're going to wait for 5 frames. Oh wait, click the very top one and you're going to do play SE, and we are going to find chest. Was it? Yep. There it is. And I apologize for the hollering. Alright, I'm back. I apologize about that. Alright, so let's find the chest. And click OK. And now it's at the top. If it's not at the top for you, you're going to right click wherever it is, click cut, and then you're going to click the very top one and click paste. Okay, so now, anyway, we're going to turn left, wait 5 frames, turn right, wait another 5 frames, and then turn up and then wait 30 frames, which is a half second. Make sure that wait for completion is checked. You can do this easily, but I'd rather actually show you how it's done. So, then we're going to go to tab 1. We're going to do show text. Let me go ahead and explain everything in the show text while actually I'll explain it when I explain how all the events work. So let's get on with it. Get on with it. Get on. Okay. No. Stop, Craig. So we're going to say you obtained a potion, but a Bunchy drank it. Press F2 and you can preview it. Now let me explain how this works. This little arrow means you have to have your last word before this if you have a face. Otherwise, your text will go off screen. This one is if you don't have a face graphic, it won't go off screen until you get past this one. That's how it works. You can see how it is like right on the edge. And yeah. So I'm going to click OK. And now we are going to do change items right over here in tab 1. And we're going to add a potion. You can select any item you want that you created. Yeah. And I'm going to need a fresh pot of coffee because there is a fly and it finally got its goal, I think. Anyway, did I say fresh pot? I meant fresh cup of coffee. Anyways, so now we are going to pause it again because of hollering again. You know, I'm sorry, guys. It's just, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care anyway, so let's go. So we're going to increase it by 1. And we're now going to turn on self switch A by control self switch, which is in tab 1. And A is on. So now what you do is go back or go to the tab 2, and you can see this is when self switch A is on. Check the direction fix, and we are going to do you checked the chest. ... And we're going to have a second text that says, but it was empty. Now let me show you how, oops, exclamation mark. Let me show you how this works by whoever this person is playing Grand Theft Auto. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're going to start the game. Very loud. That's actually not that bad. Okay. Oh. Why you know? I don't know why it did not. Oh, because we have direction fix. Herp derp. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. You're supposed to have direction fix on the second one, not the first one. Because this is supposed to be like... Yeah, I'm an idiot. Watch. There we go. You obtained a potion, but a bunch you drank it. Now you try talking to it again. It says you checked the chest, but it was empty. So, yeah, that's how you make a treasure chest. Now we're going to make a person. So double click like I just did, and we're going to do this right here. We're going to do where person, not that. We're going to do a person. So actor 2, I'm just going to make this person right here. Notice how I selected the center one because the left one is a footstep. The right one is also a footstep. Now we're going to do the movement type. I'm going to have this person, let's have it do random. I've explained the movement types in the last episode. So, if you're confused about movements, if you're confused about anything on this page, go watch the last episode. I explain it. So, click apply to apply the event. Now, in the contents, we're just going to have her say something simple. We're going to be like, yo, what up in the house? And if you press F2, you can preview it. We're going to give her the face by double clicking this little area over here and selecting her face. Let's actually give her something that matches her face. Like, I like to do stuff others find doable and stuff. Now, okay. See right here how it's kind of off. The arrows are way off. Okay. So right before and, we got to delete and press enter. Press F2. Yeah. So, like, yeah, I once was a swagger, but English, then I became a potato. Okay. All right, so we're going to click OK. Now, while I'm here, actually, before we click OK, I want to bring this little thing up right here. This is, okay, /V, and then in between the little half square things, N. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys can read all that, but let me explain what it is. V stands for variable. N stands for the name of an actor, which is in the database. You can change the names of your actors, as you already know. And the N being the ID. P, replaced by the party member that's in your party. So you can say, oh, hi, and then /P would be, /P1, technically, would be, like, whoever's talking, basically, the first person in the party. Okay, /G replaces, like, with a currency unit. So if you do /G, like, it can automatically say, for example, if you had a chest, you would say, you found 50, and then you would do /G, because that would replace, like, in case you want to change your currency symbol later on, you don't have to change all your events. /C changes the color. Let me go ahead and show you that after this. /I, you can choose an icon from the index, which to find that you just try and like create a weapon or something and look at the icon and look all those icons and stuff. I think if you click on one, it should show you the ID of the icon at some point, somewhere on the screen, I think. Okay, so you can increase the text size and so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure the rest of it's self-explanatory. If you want to display how much money you have in like a little window like an N does, you would do /$. I think that's what it is, yeah. And pretty much the rest of it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, it tells you what it does. There. Yeah. So, let's get on with it. Okay, batch entry is where you can have like multiple lines. If it goes beyond 4, it just goes to a new text. So we're going to click OK. Now we are going to do control self switch A is on. We're going to copy event page, clicking here, and we're going to click paste. So we have 2 things. On the second one, check the self switch A is on. Now we're going to right click, make sure we're in the second tab. We're going to right click here, click edit, or click space. Click it and press space. Self switch A is off. We're going to turn it back off. Now we're going to edit the text as well, and the text is now going to say TLOLs though. XD happy face thingy kitty face. All right, that makes perfect sense. So it's going to turn it back off. So she keeps repeating the same 2 different lines of dialogue. All right. So let's go ahead and test that out so I can show you how that works. All right. Okay, cool. TLOLs though. And repeats over and over again. All right, so that's how that works. Let's see, you can talk to her once, and you can like move around and talk to her again. She says something different. Dagnabbit. And then turn, yeah. Yay! Now I'm going to do a switch tutorial. So I'm going to do a little bit of mapping. Actually, yeah, I'll be right. I'm trying something new with the show, like for longer episodes only. So like I guess you could say we'll be right back, like after this break. I am not used to saying that. So yeah, be right back. All right, guys. So after that little commercial thingy, if it was timed right, which I hope it was, otherwise I look like an idiot. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a switch here by right-clicking the event layer. New event. We're gonna make a little rock. Where is it? Other one. Actually, yeah, let's have a little rock, I guess. And we're going to do new event page, and we're gonna do switch this time, not self switch. We're gonna check switch. We're gonna click this little 3 dots or double click here. We're gonna name an empty switch. We're gonna name it switch 1. Convenient, I know. No. Alright, so we're gonna name it switch 1. And that's all you have to do for this one. Click OK. And there we have a rock there. Now I'm gonna have like a little pushable switch here. Where is it? Other 3? No, it would actually be switch, I think. Yeah. Hurt. So I'm gonna make it look like this. And we're going to do new event page. And we're gonna do switch 1 is on. And I'm going to select the same switch, but I'm going to select it facing the other direction. Yeah. Now, we're going to make it look a little bit interesting. I was thinking about making it move when you click, but let's just keep it simple. So double click here. And we are going to do tab 2. We're going to do play sound effect. We are going to find a switch, if there is a switch. Is there a switch? I don't know if this is a switch or not. Yep. Okay, yeah, so we're going to do that one. And now we are going to turn switch 1 on by going to tab 1, control switches, switch 1 is on. Now, once it's here, just first we're going to click this, we're going to hold shift, and we're going to click this as well. While holding shift, you can select, like if you click the top one, you have a bunch of stuff here. You click the top one, hold shift, and click the bottom one. You can select everything, or you can press control, hold control, and press A. So that's what we're going to do here. Hold Control and press C, or right click and go to copy. And what you want to do there is right click and go to paste. So yeah, but this time we're going to turn it off by pressing space, or clicking it and press space. Turn it off, click OK. That's all you gotta do. Now, hold on, and I'm back. Showing me a cat in a sock. That was amazing. Alrighty, so where were we? Oh yeah, so when you turn that switch on, the rock will be gone. When you turn it back off, the rock will be there. Watch. So yeah, that's how you make a little switch. And I really find switches very useful. I hope everybody does. So, all right, now here comes the long part. I will be explaining what everything does. So let's begin. Show text. It displays your text. Displays a text window. Show choices. You can actually show a choice window during your text or without the text. You have a total of 4 choices. So how these work is you have little branches here. When yes or when no, or when whatever other choice you had. Over here you have disallow the cancel, so they can't cancel out of it. They have to choose one. You can have the cancel automatically choose choice 1, 2, 3, or 4, or you can have the cancel do a branch where it does its own thing. So that works too. And my ears are bleeding. No. Anyway, so that works. See, like when you have a cancel branch, it automatically comes up with when cancel. All of this stuff you can put in, and the stuff within these little areas only will occur when you select that option. So I'm going to delete that by clicking it and pressing DEL on the keyboard, or right-clicking and click delete. So, I didn't realize you can select all through the right-click menu as well. All right, so that's the show choices. Input number. How this works is, okay, we're going to create a variable by clicking this, or you can select one that you've already created if you have one. We're going to name it number var. And however many digits you want, like that's like 5 digits, for example. Let me show you how this works. It's best to show you on screen how this works. I'm a dogger. No. I seriously think the intentional loudness, but whatever, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. So see, we have 5 digits, so you can input 5 numbers. 5 different combinations. There. Now, whatever I just put in there, that's what that variable, or in this case, variable 1, which is called number var, that's what that variable equals. So that's how you do input numbers. And if you want to do something with that, you would do conditional branch, which I'll get to in a second. Select key item. I really don't know what that does. I never used select key item before. So let's find out what it does. Okay, select a key item processed by the party and stores its item ID in a variable. Oh, okay, so you can do that, or you can just do conditional branch the key items in your inventory. You can do that as well. So that's just an easier way of telling if you have a key item, I guess. Scrolling text is something new in VX Ace, I believe. You can do like, I am a bunchy. And have it lols. Wait, no, it's not lols. Let's try that again. Speed, you can do no fast forward, you can do preview. This right here will scroll up on the screen. I will show you that right now. Here it comes. I'm a bunchy. You can hold shift to speed it up. And lols. So this is really useful for credits. Very, very useful for credits, actually. So we're going to get rid of that, and we are going to do... Oh my god, what? And I'm back once again. Alright, so where were we? Control switches we've already seen. Control variables is actually quite useful. Single, you can control you can control the value of a single variable. Batch, you can set variables this through that to the exact same thing as each other. So we're gonna do single. We're gonna set number var by clicking set. You can either do add, subtract, multiply, divide, or divide the pre-operation variable. the remainders. Okay, so that's like dividing, but it also stores the remainder, or it just stores the remainder. So like if you had 3 divided by 2, you know, it would store the remainder instead of, yeah. Okay. Anyways, you can actually set it to a certain value. You can set it to equal another variable. You can set it to equal a random number between this and that. You can set it to equal the game data, which is very, 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 very useful. You can also use a script. So let me explain how the game data works. We're going to click this little thing. Item in inventory. This is where you can actually set a variable to equal the amount of items you have selectively, of course, or how many weapons you have, or if it's in your inventory at all, or armors, or you can make the variable equal to the any actor's level, experience, HP, and all these good stats, or an enemies which is used for battles, battle events. Battle events work almost the same way, but I'll have to explain those in another episode, or I might do it in this episode. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, you have a total of 8 enemies, and you can have it equal to their stats as well. You can have it equal to any event on the maps: X, Y, direction, screen X, and screen Y. Okay, map X and map Y are like from the top left is 0. Screen is like wherever the view's at, the top left is 0. Okay, so party, you can have it equal to their actor ID, which is in the database. So like say you want party member 5 as the first one, then the first one would be that member. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I got really confused there because like the screaming in the background is just hard to concentrate. So anyway, other, you can also set it to the map ID, which is over here. You can do map ID, party members, like how many you have. Gold, how many steps you've taken. Playtime. Timer, which you can actually set it to a timer, which that's, I believe, how you would... I don't know that much of a purpose for that, but you can also do save count and battle count. And I seriously think things are getting louder just for the hell of it, but whatever. You know, I apologize, guys, if you can hear that, but I really can't do anything about it. Anyways, script, or you can do all that. So let's move on to control. Well, you've already seen control cell switch. You can select up to A, B, C, or D, turn them on or off. Control timer. You can start a timer, and you can set how long it is. Like, say you want, like, 2 minutes, for example, and it would just show, like, a little clock at the top right. I guess I could show you that really quick. See? And it's going to start it. You can also reset the timer by doing that as well. Now let's get on back to it. This is like the most useful thing, I think. Conditional branch. Conditional branches are the most powerful thing, in my opinion. Like, at least I think. You can... Okay, conditional branch, set handling when conditions do not apply. Okay, one thing at a time, Craig. If this condition is met, you can execute code. If you check this, you can say, if it's not met, you can execute other code. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. See, conditional branch, if switch 1 is on, we can do this code. Else, meaning if it's off, it'll execute this code. So we're going to right click and we're going to edit so I can show you everything. You can do switch is on or off. You can do variables, which means like if a variable is either equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than, less than, or not equal to another variable or a constant. You can do cell switch A, or A through D is on or off. You can do when the timer that we just created, for example, is 0 or more or less, or any other time you want. Over here you can have actor. Eric, you can say if that actor is in the party. If that name is applied, this can be used for cheat codes, like at the beginning of the game. I remember doing that once. It's kind of fun. Or if the actor's class is whatever this is, if the actor has a skill learned, if the weapon is equipped, armor is equipped, or if a state is inflicted on that character. Like if you want to make for example, an advanced revive system, like you would say no characters are currently dead at the moment. And that's pretty much how you would determine, like, yeah. You could do that, but... yeah. If you don't, really quick, if you don't check this, you won't have an else thing. You'll just have if that condition is met. Okay, so 3. If a certain enemy has appeared or is given a state... This is during the battle thing again. A character is facing down, or an event is facing down that's on the map. Up, down, left, right, or up. Or a vehicle is being driven right now. Like if you're driving a boat, a ship, or an airship. Alright, over here you can have, if you have a certain amount of gold, this is used for ends, which I will show you how to make before the end of this tutorial. In the next episodes or so, like maybe in the tips and tricks, if I do, I'll show you how to make a bank system and all that good stuff. Actually, I think I already have a bank tutorial. I'm not sure. Anyways, you can do an item is in inventory, weapon, hand axe is in inventory, include equipments. You can do, like, obviously select all your items and weapons. So you can also do, if you have certain armor equipped or is in inventory, like you can do button, down, left, right, or up, A, B, C, D. These are in-game buttons. They're not actually keyboard buttons. If you want to find out what they are, during your playtest, you can press F1 and go to controls. All right. Or you can do a script. So yeah, these right here are the most powerful things, I think. All right, loop. You can do, like, you can loop a command. I don't really find much of a purpose in this. But you can you can combine that with a conditional branch. This will constantly loop, even if it's on action button, it'll loop. And you can also do break loop if it's if a condition is certainly met. Yeah. So exit event processing will stop the event from processing temporarily but it won't erase it. It'll stop it from processing until you refresh the map. Call common event. That allows you to call a common event. I explained during the database areas, I forgot what episode it was, but I explained how to make common events, and this is how you would call it. You would call it through common events. Label, these are very, very handy. So say you had label pie, okay? And you had, like, donkey. But you had, like, a bunch of stuff here. I'm just going to use text for example. You had a bunch of stuff. And but you only want it to go through this one thing, for example. So we're gonna make a label, right? We're gonna oops, we already have one. So I'm gonna click cut. I'm gonna click paste. This is gonna be labeled pie, right? So underneath pie, we're gonna say yo, for example. Now, to call a label, you can actually jump straight to a label and skip everything before that. Or if you're down here and your label is up here, you can actually go back to that area. By right-click, by inserting a thing, you're going to do jump to label, pie. So it's going to say donkey one time and skip all these. If our label was up here and we had it down here, and then said yo, and then we can jump to the label pie, it would just go back to the top over and over again. So labels are incredibly helpful. You can even jump straight to a conditional branch without even meeting that condition, I believe. So now, let's see. You can do a comment if you're working with other people or you just want to keep your stuff organized. This is a comment, so you can comment like areas so you know what they are and like what they do if you have a complex event. Change gold, items, weapons, armor. This is how you can increase or decrease your gold. You can do it by a variable, like you can set the gold equal to increase it by a variable, decrease it by a variable, or just a constant. Yeah, same with items. You can increase by the amount constant or decrease, or you can do by variable. Same with weapons and armors. Include equipment. I don't know why that's unchecked. Oh, okay, that's for decrease. So if you want to unequip something, you can do it that way. You can decrease that, yeah. But you got to make sure it's 0, I believe. Otherwise, it'll just take it from the inventory. You can also add or remove a party member of your selection. You can initialize this. This makes it to where it completely starts with whatever you had in the database. So say like if you have a party member that joins you and leaves later on, after you've leveled up and stuff, if you check initialize, he'll be back to the exact same normal way he was when you first found him. Alright. Change HP. This allows you to increase or decrease the entire party's HP. Or by a variable that you have stored. Like it could be the first person in your party or the second person. As I explained earlier, how you can do that. Or you can also do... Yeah, if you do decrease, you can allow knockout. So this will heal the party member. Yeah. You can also do MP. Change state. This will inflict, depending on who you want, it will add a state. One of the states that we have here. Or you can remove the state. So recover all will completely recover depending on who you select. Change EXP is the same basic thing. Show level up message if you want to. You can increase the EXP. Change level, same thing. And yeah, change perimeters. You can actually increase the main stats. So max HP, max MP, attack, and all that. That's used for items if you want. Like if you want you can do like some kind of advanced common event for an item. Okay, skills, same thing. You can teach a skill. You change the equipment. You can actually force an equipment on a character. Yeah. You can force the equipment on a character. By selecting none, or by not selecting this, you won't. You can only select one at a time, so you can only change like one at a time. Unless you have like a bunch of them. This one, yeah. You can also change the name of an actor. You can change the class of an actor, and you can give the nickname of the actor. If you're confused about nickname, go to, I think it's episode 2, where I start the database in the actors tab. Transfer player, this will allow you to go to another map, and stuff like that. So yeah, I unpause it, right? Oh, thank God. Okay, so anyways, like, that kind of scared me for a second. I was like, oh, did I go through all of that talking and, like, not, yeah. Okay. Alright, so anyway, yeah, you can actually select the map, or you can have the map ID stored in a variable, map X and map Y stored in a variable. Using this, you can kind of make your own little teleport system, but it'd be very, 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 very difficult. So you can do down, left, right, up. This is the direction of the player. You can do the fade white, none, or normal. Direction, again, you can select, yeah. You can also scale the map right here by, yeah. If you have like a large map, you can scale it by 1/8 of its size up to. So there's that. Excuse me. Okay, set vehicle location. What this does is allows you to set a certain vehicle at a certain place. You can select boat, ship, or airship. You can do set event location. You can do this event. You can select here. Or you can, yeah, exchange with another event so they can switch places. This is kind of useful. You can also change the direction of that. Yeah. Scroll map. This, if you have a larger map, you can actually scroll the screen. Do down, left, right, or up. Distance, which is how many steps it takes. 32 by 32 is the amount. So you move 32 pixels every one. So it's 32 divided by, like, well, not quite. Okay. It's this times 32. That's how many pixels you're moving. And this is the speed. And this is the direction. Set move route, we've went over. Let me go ahead and explain things. Move towards player allows you to, it will move towards the player. Move at random. Move away from the player. Jump. So you can have the character like jump a certain distance. That's useful if you're making somebody like jump up a cliff or something, or jump on rocks. Waiting, you can turn 90 degrees is like you can just instantly, you can turn like in circles if you had a loop, for example. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, wouldn't work anyways. You can also do a turn 180, which is turn exactly around. Turn 90 degrees right or left, being random, I believe. You can also turn at random. You can do turn towards player. Okay, let me explain the difference of these. Turn 90 degrees at random, basically, he won't instantly shift between left and right. Like, he'll smoothly, like, just transition his, yeah, that makes sense. Turn away from player, he will not face the player. Turn towards player, he will face the player. Switch on, you can turn switches on and off here as well, just like before. Change speed. You can change the speed of this event. Change the frequency, which is how often it moves, I believe. Yeah. And you can do walking animation on, where he walks when he moves, as I explained in the event interface. You can, stepping animation, direction fix, throw, which is where you can walk through solid things. And I think I'm losing my voice. Transparent on, temporarily invisible. You can change the graphic, change the opacity, change the blending type, which is add, subtract, or normal. You can have fun with that. It's kind of hard to explain. Kind of like they're see-through, but they add to the color of the other thing, or subtract by it. Play sound effect, and you can also call script. Get on and off vehicle. If you're facing a certain vehicle, you can select this, and it will actually get on the vehicle or off of it, depending on if you can or not. I actually have a boat tutorial, or a vehicle tutorial somewhere, if you're confused on that. Change transparency. You can turn it on or off, making the event, I think at the party actually, transparent. You can also do change player followers. This will show the followers, like the people that follow behind you. Gather followers will suck everybody into you. Change or show animation. This shows one of the battle animations on the screen, or on the event, I mean, or whatever you select. You can do wait for completion as well. Show balloon icon. You can do explanation, question, music, and all this good stuff. I thought it said jizz. I was like, what? Anyways. You can also do wait for completion on that. Erase event is for, like, if you have parallel process of something and you want it to erase, like you want it to only happen once every time you're on the map. That's what you would use erase event for. Otherwise, you would use self switches. Like, never use erase event for a cutscene. It'll just repeat when you walk back into the map. So, fade out screen, fade in screen. Tint screen is kind of cool. You can play around with it if you want. It changes the color of the screen at the same time. Like, you can set a time, how long it takes to transition into this. You can do wait for completion if you want to. Flash screen, it shows a flash. You can say how long the flash lasts. Like, it flashes and then how long it takes to fade back out. You can select the colors. You can select wait for completion if you want. Shake screen is quite cool. Like, you can make an earthquake effect by doing this. You can select the power and the speed, time, how long it shakes for, and you can do wait for completion. Wait, this will wait a certain amount of frames before continuing whatever it is underneath it. Yeah. Show picture, it allows you to show a picture if you have one, but I don't have any in the database right now, or in the resource manager. You can upper left or center origin. You can select the X and Y, or you can set it by a variable value. You can change the width and the height by percentage. You can also change the opacity and the blending. Opacity is transparency, like how see-through it is. You can also do move picture once you have it, and it's just like this, except it's the same thing, except you actually move it instead of change it. You can also rotate the picture by certain degrees. Or, oops, never mind. Rotate, this is the picture ID. Let me go ahead and explain how that works. The lower it is, if you can only have one picture per ID. So if whatever the lower picture is, it'll appear behind whatever the higher one is. That's how you can do rotate picture by the speed. It'll just constantly rotate it. Tent screen or tent picture. You can give it a certain tinting color to it, and you can also wait for completion. There's the ID. So erase picture will erase the picture ID that you have, that you select. Set weather effects. You can do none, rain, storm, or snow. This is kind of cool. And you can say how long it lasts for, or how long it takes to fade in, or you can do wait for, that's how long it takes to fade in. So you can also do wait for completion on that as well. So you can play background music. You can find something and play it. Fade out background music. You can select how long it takes to fade out the background music. Save BGM. You can actually save the background music file that's being played, and you can do replay BGM. So, like, say you go to save and you play something else, and you want to replay what you saved. Click replay. Replay BGM. it'll replay the saved BGM you have. Or it'll replay... Wait. Yeah. Or... Okay, yeah, that's how that works. Cool. So if you can actually... Yeah, okay, that's how it works. Yeah, you can replay it after you save it. Play background sound. This is like rain, sea, storm, wind. All right. You can also do fade out background sound. Same thing like the music. And you can also do play music effect, play sound effect, and you can do stop sound effect. Music effect is like what usually happens like during an end or during other things like battle ending and stuff. So let's go on here. I'm gonna lose my voice by the time this is over with. Holy crap. Okay. Excuse me. Give me a moment here. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah. Battle processing. This starts a battle with the troop that you have. You can allow them to escape if you want to, or uncheck it for a boss, for example. Continue even when loser is if you have like a scripted battle where you don't want the game over flag to be called. Like if the player loses, you can do that. So if you do this, you can say when lose, you can do this. If win, you can do this. Similar to the show choices, like it splits into branches. Shop. This allows you can double click right here or right click it. You can select what the shop sells. You can actually specify a price of a certain item. Naturally, this is $50, but you can make it like a discount shop, for example. Or potions are cheaper in your hometown. You can specify the price. Purchase only, where you can't sell. You can do that. And more items you select. Yeah, you can have it. Input. Okay, name input processing. This will allow the player to name the actor that you select by the amount of digits you select. You can also do open menu, open save. You can do instant game over. Open menu just calls the menu screen, similar to how, and the same thing with save. Similar how you can press the open the menu normally and go to save normally. It just opens it straight away without having to press the button. Excuse me. Yep, I'm thinking I'm going to lose my voice. Okay, open the save screen, game over. Return to title screen will instantly return you to the title screen. Okay. Change battle BGM. You can actually change the battle background music. And, yeah, now you guys know what I deal with. Anyways, in case you can hear that. If you can't hear that, that's fine. I apologize. Anyways, so, change battle background music. Change battle end music effect. Normally it's the victory one. You can change it to another one. Cool. You can actually enable or disable the ability to save, or you can enable or disable the ability to open the menu. You can change the encounter, like whether it's on or off, like if you run into random enemies or not. You can change the formation access where they can't change the formation of the characters. You can also change the window color. That's kind of cool. You can also do change actor graphic. You can change the actor's graphic and the face, depending on who you select. You can also do change vehicle graphic. Yeah, you can change whatever it is. Okay. Was that horse in water? No, it's got something on it. Okay. I was like, well, it looked like it was in water for a second. Anyways, so you can play a movie if you have a movie in your resource manager. OGV formats only, because unless of course you might be able to bootleg it, like you can with midis. All right. Change map name display, which is if you have a map name while making a new map, which I'll be explaining later, you can choose it on or off. Change the tile set. And I'm back. So, yeah. Change map name display. Change tile set. You can actually... This is a very, very useful thing. So, if you have two different tile sets, one looking destroyed and one looking normal, you would be able to change the tile set of whatever map you're on. Change battle back. You can change the battle background to your liking. Change parallel... Wait, what? Change parallax background. Oh, yeah. This is like... if you have a transparent area right here. Like you can see behind the map. This is what goes behind the map. You can say clouds, mountains, or anything like that of the sort. And yeah. Get location info. I'll be explaining parallax in the future. This stores the information like terrain tag, event ID, tile ID, layer 1, layer 2, or layer 3, region ID. The tile ID is, well, the tiles that you have. Here's, yeah. That makes sense. That was probably really confusing, and I apologize. You can say, yeah. The region ID, where I explain regions when I explain tile sets, and you can actually set that to a variable. Or you can do map X, map Y, region ID, to variables. So change enemy HP. This is for battles. You can change the enemy's HP. Similar to how we did right over here. Very similar, actually. So you can also make a hidden enemy appear, because you can hide enemies during the battle things. You can also do enemy transform, where an enemy will transform into a different enemy. And you can also do force action, where you can make the enemy do, or an actor, do a certain skill, or attack, or defend, or whatever. You can also abort the battle right away. And finally, the script. The script I don't really know much about, because I never use scripting that much. Oh, man, that was a mouthful. Anyways, so 46 minutes of recording. I finally got it done. Thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all's laters.